Hello and welcome to Tim Farmer's Country Kitchen. Hello, Nikki. Wait a minute. What'd you do with Nikki?
I don't know. Where did she go?
Is she behind the hutch? No.
I don't
This
know.
is Cassandra Buchanan, otherwise known as the Egg Lady.
Yes.
Now, I love eggs. We're going to talk about all things eggs. We got a really kind of cool show for you today. We're going to talk about pruning your trees. We have a guy who's going to come out, and you remember him from a couple weeks ago. He's going to come out and climb our pear tree and get it all pruned up. I have been trying to get the birth of one of my lambs on tape. Such a miracle birth is to see this thing happen. Finally captured a birth on tape of twins. Beautiful thing. Then we're going to expand the farm. Okay, I've been wanting to get a cow. I'm going to talk to some folks who do cattle, and we're in bourbon country. So at the end of the show, we're going to show you how to make a few interesting cocktails. But here we are in the kitchen with Cassandra, and I want to ask you about eggs.
Well, here in Kentucky, a lot of people don't realize that poultry and eggs are the #1 agriculture commodity for the state of Kentucky.
Wait a minute. Eggs?
Eggs are
the number
yes,
one.
Eggs and poultry.
Over cattle?
Over
Over
beef,
beef?
cattle, yeah. As far as agriculture commodities, yes.
I would not have guessed that. I did not know that.
Well, you know, eggs got a bad rap for a while, and actually the past 10 years they've done some retesting and calculating and all of those great things they do to find out that we're actually good for you. So we're the best kind of protein that you can eat, and it has 6 grams of protein per egg.
You brought some eggs with you today. All the eggs you buy from the store do not involve roosters.
Correct.
They're not around.
All the eggs we get from the grocery store are non-fertilized eggs. That means when you crack it open, there's not going to be a little baby chick surprise in there. However, if you go to a farmer's market and buy eggs, that possibility, you know, we can't guarantee, we're not going to guarantee that there's not going to be, you know, any fertilized eggs in that. Now, on the end of the carton, there's a Julian date, and that explains to you whenever it was actually produced and how long is the different runs and things like that. But actually, some eggs from the grocery store can last after their date on the end of the carton, the Julian date. They can actually last up to 5 weeks past that date. And if you have an egg that's past the date on the carton, you want to know if it's still okay to use.
That was my next question. There's a test.
There is a test. Get a cup of water. Going to drop your egg in the water. If it sinks, that means it's still okay to use. If it floats, we call those stinkers. I think you know why, but definitely don't use that egg.
Gases build up.
Right.
So if your egg floats.
And the air cell actually, as it ages, becomes much larger in your refrigerator. So if it floats, that's a major indicator it's not good. One of the main qualities is that it'll take on any flavor that you put with it. So we recommend storing it in the container versus on the side of the door, because that helps keep the eggs from absorbing different smells from your refrigerator.
So here we got these great eggs. So diverse. You can do so many things with them.
Right.
You can use them in recipes. You can stand alone. I like to hard boil them.
Right. One of the most common questions I get is how do you boil eggs perfectly? And a lot of times in the past, we were learning from family members that were, you know, passing it down to a generation. People would just boil the heck out of them. In doing so, that actually activates the sulfur between the white and the shell to create a green ring around it. That way we know it's overcooked.
And you're going to show us a new method to boil eggs.
Right. This is just out from the American Egg Board, guaranteed to make your eggs peel easily.
You said something off camera a minute ago that everybody says that, oh, the brown eggs are this and the white eggs are this. What's the truth to that?
Well, there is no difference between a brown egg and a white egg other than the breed of hen. Once you get them out of the shell, the nutritional makeup exactly the same. Now you're going to pay more for brown eggs at the grocery store because the majority of us think that brown is better. Save your family some money and buy the white eggs because you're getting the exact same thing.
Now the difference you say really is in any kind of egg is the diet can change the color of the yolk.
Yes,
and things
it
like
can. If you have a diet for a chicken that's high in corn, can actually change that yolk to a pale yellow color. It has more soybeans, alfalfa in its diet. It can actually take on a greenish cast, but it's not going to be that green eggs and ham green that we're used to on Dr. Seuss Day in elementary school. But just know what you feed it does alter.
What have you got right here?
I've got a steamer, and the way that this new technique is different from what we've learned in the past is we're actually going to add the eggs in the steamer in once the water has already started to boil. So we've gotten in our container about 1 inch of water standing. We're waiting for that to become a rapid boil, and then we're going to place our steamer into our pan here. And then we're just going to put them in a single layer. And the trick to this, though, is that we're going to put the lid on it, and it basically steams your eggs.
So you keep the rapid boil going the whole time?
Rapid boil going for 12 minutes. That's to use for grade A large eggs. If you want to do extra large eggs, we're going to let it cook 1 minute longer to 13 minutes.
You're ready to cover it?
You're good to go. Then we're going to take the eggs out one at a time. You can rinse them off in cool water at your sink, or a lot of times I will add ice and give it an ice bath to cool it down more quickly.
So being that they're steamed, being that you do it this way, they're easier to peel.
Right.
If you want to eat them right now, just put them in cool water and boom.
Right.
They should be easier to
And
peel.
that stops the cooking process. What you're looking for when you're going to peel your eggs, you're looking for the air cell. It's going to be that larger end of the egg. And we're just going to gently tap it. And I tap it usually on both ends. And then we're just going to start kind of pinching on that air cell. And the one thing that always seems to make it more difficult to peel is going to be a thin layer called the shell membrane. And that actually protects it from bacteria getting inside the shell. We got it off.
Perfect egg.
We're gonna rinse it off, and then whenever we cut it in half, it'll actually be perfect.
Let me see what that perfect egg looks like. Mmm.
You can show me what it looks like on the inside now. Perfect, yeah.
Green. You know what? Thank you so much for coming out today. Will
you're
will you come
welcome.
back and visit
Thank
us,
you,
make
of
some more
course.
stuff, more egg recipes?
I would love to.
Let's
Be
do
my
that.
pleasure.
Thank you so much. Now, you know what? We've been talking about eggs. I've got fertile eggs. I got a rooster. I had 3 roosters. 2 of them ended up stir fry because we don't need 3 roosters chasing Nikki around because that makes her very upset. So we brought some fertilized eggs in, and I got some from my buddy. We're going to show you real quick a shot of what happened on day, I think it was 21, on my birthday.
Yeah.